Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hi, good morning to everyone. Today I would like to present the research title, The Robust Impact of Macroeconomic Factors Toward Market Valuation amongst Energy Sector across countries. This is my biography. Me, myself is Noriza binti Muhammad Saad from UITM. My specializations area focus on the Islamic capital market and tariff optimizations or pricing, and other specific area is on sukuk market and also for the financial performance of the company. So abstract of the study, this paper actually try to investigate the significant mean difference of market valuation by companies across countries. And second objective is to investigate the impact of macroeconomic factors proxy by GDP growth, consumer price index, CPI, and also interest rate IR towards the energy firms market valuation, which is proxy by the Tobin's Q ratio. So secondary data were utilized for the unbalanced panel, which consisted of 8 countries altogether. And from that, a total of observation consists of 747 listed companies with the sample size which spanned throughout of period 10 years from 2010 to 2020. Data was gathered from Bloomberg, and the study employed a Shifty method for the comparison analysis and multivariate regression for the impact analysis. Or for this multivariate regression, it was modeled into the ordinary least square OLS, to the random effect RE, to the fixed effect FE, and also to the random effect robust. So the best fit model was chosen based on the result of the Bush-Pagan-Lagrangian multiplier effect, besides checking on the heteroscedasticity problem. The result obtained rectify that there is no multicorrelationality issue and no heteroscedasticity problem in the data analysis. So therefore, the reported finding confirmed that there are positive relationship and impact of GDP and CPI on the Tobin Q, as well as a significant inverse relationship with the interest rate factor across the countries. So this implies that all these economic factors provide an important factors or impacts on the market valuation across the countries. As for the data and methodology, secondary data were utilized for the unbalanced panel. 8 countries were selected among the Asian regions for energy companies only, with the number of observation of 747 from 2010 up to 2020. So the countries are Malaysia, Singapore, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Japan, and Philippines. Thailand and also Vietnam. The study considered the Tobin Q as a dependent variable, as what I mentioned in the abstract, and GDP, CPI, and also interest rate are independent. So for the purpose of the collecting data on dependent and independent, the study obtained data from the Bloomberg, and here I show the Tobin Q formula that was considered under this study to measure the market valuation of the firm across country. This is equal to market value for the common equity or stock plus preferred stock plus the debt divided by total asset. And for the comparisons, we use based on the Sheffield analysis. Then from this, we develop for the OLS, RE, FE, and also RE robust model represented by market value equal to alpha plus GDP plus CPI plus interest rate plus error term with the respective models. So next is for the result and discussion. First table present the descriptive statistic results. We can see here the mean value for the Tobin Q is 1.22%, where the minimum is 0.24% and the maximum is 22.73% across the countries. And with regards to the GDP growth, the mean value is 3.43%. And we can see here the minimum is minus percentage, minus 6.1%. Means that in overall there are time that the GDP is not performing well across the country, but the maximum is 14.53. Then for the CPI, Consumer Price Index, the average is 1.87 with a minimum negative 1.14, then maximum is 18.63. As for the interest rate, the mean is 1.96 with the minimum also negative and maximum is 15%. So next table present about the pairwise correlation result. It shows that there are no multicollinearity problems here, whereby the figures is less than 0.8. The p-value is less than 0.8, means that there is no multicollinearity issue among the chosen variables. For the Shifty result for the variance, we can see that the between group comparisons between the countries, the F value showed a significant at a 99% confidence level with the F value 16.13. It shows that there is a significant mean difference between Tobin Q across the countries, 8 countries. So by individual comparison, we can see from the second table here we can see that Hong Kong have significant almost to all the country except for the Taiwan. But for the other country, there are mixed results shown with the negative and positive association. Next is for the multivariate regression results. This result will answer the second objective. There is an impact or relationship between the macroeconomic factors with the market valuation of the company. Here we can see that based on this result, the most best fit is represented by the RE robust, whereby the GDP is significant at 1% with the market valuation. CPI is not significant, interest rate also is not significant. But the overall there are quite low relationship, whereby R square was shown only 2.81% of these macroeconomic factors was explain the performance of the market valuation across the countries. So basically for the further improve of this result, it should maybe consider not only the external factor like macroeconomic factors, but also can consider the internal factors of the company itself. For example, the profitability ratio, liquidity ratios, and other types of the ratio that can proxy for the firm performance itself. So as a conclusion, overall, the study confirmed that all these 4 hypotheses developed are accepted, and thus there is a significant mean difference in market valuation across the countries, even though they are under the same regions, that is Asian regions. But the level of the GDP, CPI, and interest rate is still make a difference among them, even there is no correlation for the certain country, as what we presented previously. So even though there are different for market valuation performance, however, the market economic factors significantly impacted the performance of the companies. So the impact is reported in different ways, where GDP and CPI had a positive impact and IR had a negative impact on the market valuation among energy sectors in the countries. However, for future research, other factors of macroeconomics like foreign direct investment, employment rate, unemployment rate, or other factors should be considered, as well as the internal factors, in order to increase the overall impact, for example, by increasing the value of the R square. So this study actually benefit to the potential investors, for those who are planned for the long-term investment in their capital structure, to look into detail about the performance of the GDP growth for that particular company, for example, and also the inflation rate is proxy by the consumer price index, because influence the purchasing power and affect the share price of the company and so on. So this very important to look into details. So with that, I thank you for listening. With that, I thank you to all. Thank you.